it's a difficult question because the Israeli current coalition is made up of so many parties. It's so diverse and so complex. Some parties are clearly happy to see some kind of negotiation with the Palestinian Authority. We're speaking of Labour Party, the Meretz Party, certainly the Arab Ram Party. But on the right-wing side of the coalition, being Naftali Bennett's party, the Prime Minister, and a New Hope, there might be concern that this may lead to sort of diplomatic negotiations with the Palestinian Authority. And on behalf of the Prime Minister, a message coming out just in the last few minutes saying that yes, this meeting has been approved by Naftali Bennett. He was well aware of it, but it does not mean that Israel and the Palestinian Authority will now engage in some kind of a diplomatic activity such as in the 90s or in the early 2000s. This is not the case. The meeting is stressed by the message coming out of the Prime Minister's office dealing only with economic issues, no desire as far as Israel is concerned, according to this message, to engage in a sort of a negotiation which could eventually lead to a two-state solution, something that Prime Minister Naftali Bennett clearly opposes.
Yeah, and I want to move now, Jonathan, to Gaza. Another night of demonstrations on the border. Tell me, can we expect a harsher response from Israel if this does indeed continue?
Probably not. We saw that even though there were 3 instances of violence on the fence in just a week, still not only the crossings with Israel are open, the Kerem Shalom crossing for more goods, only more and more goods are being transported into Gaza. There are also Egyptian concessions such as the reopening of the Rafah border crossing for Palestinians to cross from Egypt into the Palestinian Authority, and still we see every day and now every night incidents on the Gaza border fence. So it seems that if the level of violence stays as it is, meaning staying only on the border fence with these confusion units, we'll probably not see a harsher response from Israel, at least not for the time being.
And Jonathan, all of this, of course, comes on the back of that incident which saw a 21-year-old Israeli soldier shot in the head at point-blank range last week. Tell me, what is the update on his condition there?
So that soldier is still hospitalized at the Soroka Hospital in the southern city of Beersheba, and yesterday we heard of some sort of a deterioration in his situation. Not much more information coming out, but he's still fighting for his life more than a week after that incident, as you mentioned, shot from a very close range, and it showed perhaps the problems of the defensive strategy of the army in Gaza. We already saw some changes happening since last Saturday, basically understanding that the soldiers there were put at a great risk dealing with the Palestinian protesters on the fence.
All right, Jonathan Regev there for us at Calandia Checkpoint. Thank you so much.